Welcome back. I'm your host, Darnell Jackson. In this crypto report, we're going to be talking about non-fungible tokens, and we're going to be going crazy. Right now, NFTs, they're driving me crazy. Are NFTs like cryptos within crypto? It's like NFTs are blowing up as big as crypto compared to fiat investments. NFTs are going bananas. Post in the comments if you are on the NFT wave. Before we get into the report, make sure you subscribe to your favorite channel on YouTube. Shout out to all the subscribers. Big up to you. Okay, now I started this channel actually with a picture of an NFT. When I started this channel, you can check it out on my About page. And this agenda, we're talking about Opensea NFTs explode to 3 billion in 1 month. This is out of control. So what's next? 4 billion? 10 billion? What is the potential in this amazing niche within cryptocurrency? I want to jump over to a tweet right now. And this is from @Ian Unsworth. He's talking about some interesting charts and data for understanding the NFT versus DeFi hype. Okay? He's talking about Google searches for NFTs. OpenSea far outweigh those for DeFi Uniswap. However, OpenSea's volume and users make up only a small fraction when compared to Uniswap. So here's some images, just a little bit, just to give you some reference. The blue in this chart is Uniswap, and this shows some searches, search term volume, interest over time. So I could actually do a test of this myself, but that's a tweet, so check that out and post your feedback on it. I want to jump over to some articles right now. And the biggest awesome article, you want to read this on Decrypt by Andrew Hayward. Excellent write-up. He's talking about how NFT giant OpenSea's $3 billion a month. He's comparing it to Amazon, eBay, and Etsy. These were the companies who changed the game on the internet in terms of sales and business growth. And now OpenSea has done what they've never done. In his article, he says OpenSea is leading the charge on Ethereum NFT collectibles, but how does it stack up against leading physical goods marketplaces? All right. In short, Ethereum NFT marketplace OpenSea has logged more than 3 billion in trading so far in August. Today, I'm coming to you on the 31st day of an amazing month, August 2021. He says it's nearly 10x multiple of the platform's July trading volume of 325 million. Wow. 10x. Shout out to Grant Cardone. Is OpenSea reading Grant Cardone? Maybe I should make another title. Leading NFT marketplace OpenSea has exploded in popularity this month. Last night, the site surpassed 3 billion in transaction volume on Ethereum within just August alone, per Dune Analytics. There's a link. We're going to look at that information here in a second. And also had a daily record of 300 million. That's crazy. It did 300 million last month and it had a data that did 300 million. So he goes to make that point. And how does OpenSea's massive month compare to the recent performances of top online marketplaces for physical goods? Ooh, right. This is the point. Shout out to the writer. What is the difference here? Right? How does it compare, right, to the top online marketplaces that deal in physical goods? It runs on Ethereum, a public blockchain. OpenSea's data is constantly updated and publicly available. We don't know what's going on inside those online marketplaces. We have no clue. He says Etsy, for example, which is popular with do-it-yourself artisans, reported a total of $3 billion of gross sales value for the second quarter, which averages over $1 billion in volume per month during that time period. Okay, so OpenSea's own second quarter of their Q2 2021 trading volume landed much lower at just over 381 million, but the NFTs marketplace August trading volume alone had already beaten all of Etsy's quarter two sales value. Going further, he talks about eBay provides an even starker contrast in terms of total volume. The site put up 22 billion in gross merchandise volume in the second quarter, and that was about 7 billion per month, and that's well above what OpenSea has recorded thus far in August. But eBay has been around for 26 years. OpenSea was founded less than 4 years ago. All right, so this comparison was an excellent is doing an excellent job of illustrating the progress. And then he says all of those figures pale to those of Amazon, the world's largest retailer outside of China. Amazon recently surpassed Walmart to take that title, and the firm reported 113 billion of net sales in the second quarter. According to its latest earnings report, that broke down to 58 billion worth of net product sales and 55 billion worth of net service sales across the entire second quarter. All right, so obviously Amazon's business is very, very diversified. And so just to give you an idea, I think that the point to take from that is the opportunity of how much further the NFTs can grow. There's that much room on the table. And even if these companies get involved with NFTs, OpenSea could still benefit. So this is an outstanding article. Make sure you check it out. Here is the data talking about that trade volume. Here's OpenSea daily volume. And you can just see it's going to the moon, shooting past 300 million. Let's see if it'll. Monthly volume, you can see it's just beyond exponential. Monthly fees gone through the roof. Is this just a spike, or is this going to be the new baseline? The number of NFTs sold, 1.5 million. Started off under 500,000. So it's just been growing like crazy. The number of traders far surpassed 200,000. So you could get the links to this from that article. Now, there's a couple things about NFTs I want to share with you here. A couple important people who are NFT fans that I want you to hear what they have to say about this. And Mark Cuban, your favorite entrepreneur's favorite entrepreneur, is weighing in on this channel, Bankless, on YouTube. Make sure you follow these guys and tell them I sent you. They have Mark Cuban on their show. They're going to be asking him about DeFi and NFTs and why they are the future. So you could go ahead and check out this video, post in the comments, tell them I sent you. And here in a second, they're going to get to the part where Mark's going to be talking. We're going to jump over to the video.
The tools to help you go bankless, and they have helped make this episode possible. Use their stuff. Mark Cuban, you need no introduction to the bankless community, or really any community. You are Mark Cuban, the DeFi bull, I think, now. At least that's how crypto Twitter is seeing you these days. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing great. How y'all doing?
Good, man. It is awesome to have you on Bankless. David and I are so psyched about this. Your time is super valuable. We want to get right to the goods. Can we start with this question? You weren't bullish on DeFi before. At least that's our general sense. Why are you now bullish on you weren't bullish on Bitcoin before, rather, but why are you so bullish on DeFi now? What's kind of changed for you?
So let's go through it. So when Bitcoin first started really becoming popular, in the early days, let's put aside 2009, 10, 11, 12, right? I was very familiar with blockchain, but the original presentation or narrative, if you will, was that it was a currency, right? That it was going to be used as a currency by normal people in normal circumstances. And I just never saw that happening. To this day, I don't see it as being a replacement currency for the US dollar or for any sovereign nation for that matter. Is it a better way to transfer money? Yeah, of course, right? Are there significant benefits to Bitcoin? Yeah, of course. But it's really evolved to being a store of value. For the longest time, store of value was not the key to Bitcoin, right? There was going to be Lightning, and that was going to allow all these transactions to take place and yada, yada. And so that to me never got me excited because I still don't think that'll happen. But I've always thought it could be a store of value. I've always compared it to gold, and it's what people will pay for. But what really changed is over the last year, as I started getting more into smart contracts in particular and really understanding more about their capability and seeing the enhancements that had been made, that was the first thing that got me excited. What made me really blow up on it and really get fired up about it is when I went to Mintable.app and minted my first NFT. And it wasn't so much
Mintable.app
just minting the
is where you
process,
went.
but when I saw the royalties, right, that was the game changer. Because the challenge for all intellectual property, whether it's art, whether it's music, whether it's photography, whether it's a textbook, whether it's anything, is the rule of first sale, right? Once you sell it, everybody else has got the right to sell it, and you don't get a nickel from it. And this changes all of that. And the implications there and the applications are enormous. So that was the first thing that got me started with NFTs. Then I started digging in more on the DeFi stuff because you can't miss, from this summer, right? I mean, DeFi was everywhere and all anybody talked about, it seemed like. And so I started digging in, and there's a lot of hype, a lot of BS going around and a lot of, the yield farming thing and APY and token binging and all this kind of stuff. But what got me excited is really understanding that DeFi turned Bitcoin or Ethereum or even several other tokens into personal banking, right? And friction-free personal banking. With the money I have in some of my bank accounts, right? I still got to go to a banker and I still have to fill out paperwork, and it's still a multi-day process, and that's ridiculous, right? Even though I'm over collateralized. And I have a big NVL in my personal accounts, right? And so, then I started looking at it and realized that, okay, put aside the over-collateralization. That's not really a limiting factor. But I can borrow, or anybody can borrow, regardless of size, in seconds. And it's this decentralization really working to turn crypto into a personal banking platform. And that, to me, is the most exciting aspect of DeFi. And then you start applying that to corporations, and then you start extending NFTs and smart contracts in particular. And so you can mint anything that's digital becomes a digital tokenizable asset that can be resold, all those things together. And it really is something to get excited about, because not only can it change how people deal with their own personal assets and their own, borrowing and lending money, but also for companies, it can really allow them to monetize things they've never been able to monetize before.
Awesome.
So, Mark, this sounds like you have fallen down the bank.
I want to jump over to another video right here and just having a little bit of fun. And Alex Becker, if you're not a subscriber, check out his channel. He's on the list of one of my favorite crypto YouTubers. Even though he didn't start off in crypto, he is now fully committed to crypto. And so he goes hard. And this video, he's
This
talking
video,
about
I, the most woke,
how
empty
he made
house
a lot of
business
money.
advice guy with a hot body who is also family friendly and PG. Get your damn kids in the room. Tell them they're about to learn something. I'm going to teach you how to do it. Look, guys, I'm just going to skip right into it because if I do a monologue, this video's going to go too long. And there's a lot to talk about because NFTs are one of the funniest, easiest ways to make money, but also one of the biggest, most deadly traps in all of crypto. And I can tell you firsthand because when I first got into NFTs, I lost so much money. In this video, I want to make the most complete guide you can possibly get when it comes to flipping NFTs because I've made a lot of money selling NFTs, but when I first got into it, I lost a lot of money. And so what I'm going to break down in this video is everything you need to know when it comes to every facet of NFTs. Now, am I the greatest NFT flipper of all time? No, but I've made some very large sums.
Make sure you subscribe to Alex. And I want to thank you for liking this video. If you didn't like this video, watch all the other videos till you find one you like. If you don't find one you like, share every video you watch with someone who will. Until tomorrow, peace.